Hey everybody, Richard R. Auto Diag, and today we're having a look at Citroen dispatch, and we have some fan issues, and the customer has partially stripped it out for us. Right, so I've got a quick look at a diagram. Say customer's partially stripped it out. We turn the ignition on. See the fan does nothing, can't hear anything. So down here we've got heater resistor, which has obviously been taken out as well. I think someone's been starting to go through this. I just thought I'd show you what I'm doing. So we've got the main feed into the fan here, and yeah, that goes back through another connection here, and by the looks of the wiring diagram it ends up at the underbonnet fuse box. So what we want to do, let's get a multimeter, put that on there. The fan speed is on 1. Something should be happening, so we should have a feed and a ground of some sorts. So I'm guessing the red's the feed by the looks of the diagram. It says pin, I think it was pin 1 that it said was going to be the feed, which is, yeah, pin 1 red, pin 2 all white and black, which ends up back here through the resistor. So we should have nothing on that as well, which we don't. Alright. Right. Can't get this apart. Oh, there we go. Right. So, apart, do we have anything different? Look at that, we've got 12 volts. I guess that's still going to be the same. Yeah, still exactly the same. So, which side are we dealing with? Are we dealing with losing that 12 volts when it's plugged in, or are we losing the ground when it's plugged in? We could also possibly have some sort of short in here. Let me see if we can get this pinned out. We'll just do a quick resistance check. I don't think that's going to be an issue, but we'll quickly check that and maybe buzz it with a power probe, and we need to see if that spins, and then we will check out the resistor easy as possible. Right, so real quickly, we're pinned into there on the multimeter resistance, 0.01, that's fine, the motor's good. We can just get a power probe here. Let's set this up, try and get it in there without making a mess. Hang on, I'll put the phone down 2 seconds. Right, so in there. Right, that's good. Didn't hear that, we ignore that. Right, let's test how this works. I'll get set up for that. Right, so quick easy one on testing our heater resistor. I've gone into the earthing side of the circuit, just put a bulb in line. Just a normal little bulb. What I've got, so I've got this, I don't know, you might use them, this is a power probe set. I've got this connected to a live, so I've got jumper wire. So if it'll stay on there. So we have a ground. I don't know if you can see it if I turn it up a notch, up a notch, up a notch, down, 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 off. So that's me turning the heater controller there, up and down. So that's verified, that works, the ground's good. So I reckon if we do the same test from a ground to this live wire, I think we're not going to have this bulb light up, so I'll swap that over. Right, so same test, we've got a ground now. You could just ground it up on the side here, doesn't really matter, I'm just using this from convenience. Clip that onto there, no bulb lights. Now if you remember, we did have 12 volts there. So we obviously have an issue with power getting to here. So I suppose we've got a connector here that could be causing an issue. But as I say, the wiring diagram shows it coming from the fuse box under the bonnet. So we'll go under there and see if we've got a live there. Right, so ignition is on. This is still disconnected, and under the bonnet can't can't see it that well. Should have brought a light. There's a big black 2-pin connector. Now that grey one goes into the car. Now we have, well, sort of battery voltage. The ignition's been on for a while. And the fuse for it is this 40 amp one. I have checked it, but I can show you on camera in a second if you want. But this big black one with the grey wire is the one that goes into the car. So we've got 12 volts on it there. Let's go plug it in and see if that drops. Right. It's always difficult doing this one-handed, isn't it? Right, so that's plugged back in. And we still have some, have we got some voltage there? Yeah, we still got that there. So what's our issue? Right, well, that was me being stupid. So I had everything back on, but the fan wasn't turned on. Turn the fan on and that voltage drops. So we do have voltage here. As soon as you turn the fan on, it drops. I'll just go quickly do that again. So the fan is on. So we put it to 0. We get our voltage back. If I take it out of here, we can test either side of our fuse. 12. Now that's where the power should be coming from for that grey wire there. I think we have an issue with the relay that's integrated into that board. Maybe a contact issue inside of it, and as soon as it's put under load, it drops the voltage. That's what I think's going on. So I think we've got an issue here. I wonder if I could get this connector off, put power down this grey one with everything connected, see if we can get our fan working inside. That prove all the wiring from here into the vehicle, so we can be happy with that. Then everything else is internal to this fuse box. Right, so I've got this plug out. Grey wire is the one I'm interested in. Put that in there, you can see it goes to ground anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this inside. Sort of prop it up here, and I'm going to go press on the thing, and hopefully you'll hear it go. Right, so hopefully you should have heard that fan motor blowing. All turned on. So we've just proved all the wiring from that underbonnet fuse box all the way round. So I think we're pretty well at the point where this is going to need an underbonnet fuse box to solve this issue. I think it's going to be an integrated relay in there as the fault. I'm going to quickly see if I can do anything, or if I can find a scrap one close by, and maybe see if we can get this changed out just to finish up the video nice for you. Right, so I don't know whether I should be showing these wiring diagrams or not. This fuse 11 is our 40 amp fuse. That's 12 volts when it's all plugged in and it's not working. So we haven't got a volt drop this side. As soon as this relay latches over in the underbonnet fuse box, which you can't get to, it's all integrated, that's supposed to latch over, put 12 volts up through this one, which ends up at the fan. Yeah? So when everything's plugged in, as soon as that latches over, that 12 volt drops. Now we've proved a point because we disconnected this plug and we can send 12 volts down this independently. Everything works. So the only bit we can't really test is between there and there, and that's where I think our problem lies. This switch inside of here, I expect it's probably got high resistance in these contact points, and that's what's causing our issue. Right, sorry guys, could not find a underbonnet fuse box for this one, or not locally and quickly to finish off this video, but that's what it's going to need. Hopefully the testing of all the rest of this is helpful for someone, even if that is not your fault. So thanks for watching, come on for the next one, cheers.